Art lovers, this is Jenny at Julia Baby Jen, and today I'm going to talk about an altered tin I made. Alright, so this is my little altered tin I made last night. It's just a really small little tin. I actually took an Altoids tin to make it. I have several of these and I just found them the other day in my stash. I'd forgotten I had these. I collected a bunch of them a while back for a project that I never ended up doing. I can't remember what the project was now, but I think it might have been an advent calendar or something like that. It was from a long time ago. And I just happened to find it, a box of them in my stash the other day. I completely forgot I had these, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play and make something. So I just made a little altered tin with it. I used Botanicabella, which is a paper line from Graphic 45. You can get it right now. It's actually one of their first paper lines that they re-released as a deluxe edition. So you get a whole set of papers. So these are just some of the papers I used to make this tin. Graphic 45 paper is great for these kinds of projects because it has so much detail and everything coordinates, so it's really easy to make something with it. So I'm going to show you the tin here. So the top part I just used used one of the main pieces, you saw it. And then this is a little chipboard piece that comes with the set, a bunch of chipboard tags, and I just had a little lace and I put some foam tape on it so it pops up a little bit. And then I did an edge piece. This is a 1/2 inch wide, and then I just did 12 inches long and just wrapped it around so it overlaps a little bit. When I overlapped it, I accidentally put a little extra glue right here, and I used E6000 glue on this to make sure it sticks good. And it's hard to wipe off the excess if you get any extra anywhere. So it looked kind of right there. So I put a little sticker that came with the set too. Enjoy the little things, which I thought was appropriate for a little tin, to kind of cover that up, and it looks like I meant to do that, not that I had to fix a mistake. And then the bottom I did put some paper on it too, just so it looked more finished. This piece is the original, this red, but I went ahead and left it because I thought it matched really well, and I didn't really think it needed another piece of paper right there. So I left that. And then all the tin pieces on the inside and outside the metal, I did leave all that showing because I think it looks better than to try to cover that up. So that's the outside of it. Alright, now the inside of it, I had a lot of fun because I had fun with it because I made a little mini book to go inside of it. So here's a little book, which I'll show off in here in a minute. But here's the inside of the tin. I did some more paper. I did a little extra border there. That's not part of the original piece of that paper. To add that on, it's a little crackle paper. And then I did butterflies there. And I took one of the cute little images that's in the set and cut that out. And then I put that on foam tape as well, so it kind of pops up a little bit, which I really like that look. Then I just added some on and end things that I had. Some little vintage keys. I actually just got a set of these and they're really cute. I got them from somebody on Etsy. And some buttons. My mom just gave me a huge set of buttons that she'd went through her button jar. Actually, these buttons have been in the family for like 4 generations. I'm the 4th generation to use these buttons, and you wouldn't believe how many there are. Probably 2-gallon jugs worth of buttons. And some of these have been added on, you know, by women in our family as you go along, and some of them are very old. I'm pretty sure this one was from my great-grandmother. It's just really fun to play with the vintage. And she had these buttons forever and decided, you know, I don't need to hold on to these anymore. She wanted to give them to me to use, so she kept a few for herself and then she gave the rest to me. So, and then just a little piece of lace I put on the paper there. So that's the inside of the tin. I should probably tell you how I cut the paper. I didn't do it very perfectly, as you can kind of tell from the bottom. The top piece turned out really good. I started by trying to measure it, and that didn't work because of the corners. I thought I had given enough space for that, and I made it too small. So I ended up just tracing the tin onto the paper and cutting it out freehand, and that worked to the best, except for these corners didn't do as well. That was one of the first pieces I did. The other pieces turned out pretty good because I kind of learned from my mistakes on how to make the corners. I think what I'm going to do the next time I do this, is I'm actually just going to ink one of these and stamp it down, and then I'll cut it out, and then I'll have a pattern for all the pieces for the paper. Just because I think it'll look better if I do it that way. So I don't have a corner rounder punch, which is really weird. I used to have one a long time ago and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. And I've never bought another one because I can corner round on my own, but it doesn't look completely perfect, and so it's harder to do on a project like this. But oh well, it turned out alright. This is going in a swap. My husband told me I should be selling these. This is going in a swap. I might make some to sell. We'll see. There's a lot of pressure when you're making something to sell. I like to be able to do stuff just to make it, but we'll see. So here's a little book I did. This is a 2x2 inch book. So what I did for the cover is I cut out a piece of paper 4 by 2 inches, and then I used my Martha Stewart scoreboard and, made a fold line halfway through, so 2 inches in, and folded it, and that's the cover. The inside pieces I measured a little bit smaller. I did 2-inch height, but I did 3.5 inches for the width, and then I cut them halfway at 1.75 inches. And then I just put it all together and stapled it. That's all I did. And then I just added little things to each page. I tried to. So here we go. Here's the cover. I put a little chipboard piece on there and stamp Remember on it. And I did edge the cover in black. I did on the back side too. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I don't have a thing to hold my camera, so this is really shaky. I'm sorry. So there's the inside page. I did use all Botanicabella paper, except for I used some dictionary paper too on a few pieces, just to give it a little more of that junk journal look. And then there's the next page. Like I said, I didn't do a lot with these. I don't think it really needed a lot. I did add some washi tape, as you can see there, and a few stickers. This is really small. There's the middle page. Can't flip it one-handedly. It's kind of difficult. I love birds. I have a set of, I believe these are, no, they're not 2 inches, 1.5 inch big, I think, squares, digital birds that I have. I got from somewhere, I don't remember where. I get a lot of digital scrapbooking images and things like inchies and wrenchies and domino pieces, all kinds of stuff, and then I print them off my laser printer and cut them up, and it's a cheap option for decorating things. That's a sticker that came with the set. A lot of this other stuff is odds and end things, although I did cut out some circles and things from the set, the collection. And then the back cover. So that's the little book that I did, and it was so easy to make. It didn't take me very long at all. But I thought it was really cute to put in the little tin. Now, it doesn't close very well, as you can see, because it's got, it's got a lot of paper. It's just a staple on there. So if you wanted to, you could put a little closure on it, but I decided it didn't really need it since it's going in the tin. But if you wanted to display this, but say you wanted to display this on your shelf like this, which I think is a really cute way to display these tins, almost like a little book or something, like this, and you wanted to put the book in it, obviously if you wanted a closure, it would look a little nicer. You could set it like that. So if you wanted to do it that way, you could go ahead and put a closure on it. But I did not do that. I didn't think it really needed it. So it just fits right in the tin. Now you wouldn't have to do a 2x2 inch book if you did this. I I wouldn't go any wider than 2 inches because this is about 2.25 inches, I believe, across. And it's about 3.75 inches long. So I probably wouldn't go any bigger than 3.5. 3 by 2 would actually be a really nice size too. I just wanted to make a square one, so that's why it's 2 by 2 inches. But yeah, if you can see it here, you really wouldn't want to go much bigger than that, because unless you wanted to fit really snugly in the tin, which I don't recommend. And you could take this and add more things. If you wanted to add some little pictures or something in it, if you wanted to make it more of a scrapbooking thing where you could journal in it, if you wanted to. It's little, but you could still add little pictures and stuff to it. So yeah, you could still add a few little things to it if you wanted to. So that's my little altered mini tin I made using Botanicabella, which I love that set from Graphic 45. I just recently got it and it's worth every penny. I adore it. I'm probably going to go right through it in projects and then I'm going to be sad because it'll be all gone, but I absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day. I will talk to you later.